Hey, how's it going, you guys? Just have a conversation. I like to talk about pop culture, world events, social constructs, use them as examples to live better for future generations through having these conversations. Right now, I want to talk about the Rooney Rule and why I disagree with it. Well, I won't say why I disagree with it, why I would say it's not really valid, if you will. The Rooney Rule, if y'all don't know, is basically the NFL saying here's affirmative action and here was what it looks like. They're saying now that they just changed the rule to it. They just changed one of the policies of it. They're saying we're gonna interview one black or one female person for offensive coaching jobs. And the only thing I have a problem with this is the fact that first you have to be qualified to even be considered for the job of a head coach. Not saying that there's no black coaches, no women qualified for these types of jobs. What I am saying is that why would you put people in positions to get interviews who aren't qualified to do it? And I was watching Speak for Yourself on, I think it's ESPN or whatever channel it's on, and Marcellus Wiley was saying that Roger Goodell, the commissioner, has 32 bosses, and he has to pretty much do what they say or whatever, however the NFL thing works. My problem with that is that commissioners of sports leagues should work with the owners and things like that. They shouldn't have to work for the owners. Because if I'm not mistaken, the commissioner for police department, he is in charge of the police department, right? So how come the commissioner of the NFL is working for the owners? The thing is backwards. I think they should be colleagues. They should work together, not work for other people. But anyway, I digress. A lot of people are saying also that we're not there's not enough representation of black people in the NFL. And this is my take on that. Why are we trying to take, why, I don't want to say why do brown-skinned people want to take over a league? Yes, we're in the league. We're there. Let's start with that. I don't think there's a need to take over a league. There's no black owners. Fine. You have to be a billionaire to own a team right now. There's nothing wrong with that. They say we need more black coaches. Okay. But the thing is my whole thing, this whole non-representation thing, why do brown people want to take over everything? It seems as though black people want to take over everything. There's no need for that. Then the case would be, oh, there's not enough representation of other races. So my overall opinion is, if there is 20% representation of black people, coaches in the league, or if there's more, if there's a handful of black coaches in the league, that's cool. It's representation. We don't need 15 head coaches who are black. How come some can't be Mexican? How come some can't be Native American? How come some can't be European? Whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? So, my whole idea, my whole point to this is that representation doesn't just mean brown-skinned people. Representation means a gamut of people that represent the 5 continents. That's what representation means. I mean, it seems like black folk are, and I'm not even trying to be racist, I'm not trying to be bigoted, not trying to be self-centered, whatever you want to call it. Black people do not need to take over everything. And black people act like we don't have representation in great spots. We do. LeBron James, Sean P. Diddy Combs, Dr. Dre, Oprah Winfrey. Where else? We have people of color who have reached the mountaintop and are still there. So there is representation in different fields for different things. We just need to acknowledge it and help push it forward in other places. Yeah, I mean, of course, there's nothing wrong with black people owning teams and black people being head coaches and everything like that. I apologize. My other video just stopped. I think I took up too much space on that particular app. But like I was saying, why are black people? It seems like black people trying to take over everything. Is it just the fact that the NFL makes about $9 billion or $10 billion a year annually? Is the fact that we're trying to get representation in the league for that? I mean, like I just said a couple minutes ago, there's representation of brown skinned people in other fields. I think that if we want to get so-called representation, we really need to push medicine. We really need to push science. We really need to push uh, digital, online, computer stuff, coding. We really need to push industries that matter for the bigger picture. The representation needs to be, in my opinion, in various fields that matter to humanity as a whole, not just NFL. There's plenty of space in medicine, science, and digital. I'm trying to say coding, internet type stuff, the computer world. Let's just say that. The diversity can be in the industries that matter for humanity as a whole, which is medicine, science, and computer world. And I think that's where a lot of people need to focus on, instead of focusing on football, which makes $10 billion a year. We can have more representation in medicine, science, and the computer world, because those are the areas and the industries that are very important for the future, because those industries are constantly making big waves and trying to make big waves for the improvement of humanity as a whole. So my whole point to this whole thing is that stop focusing on diversity for NFL and focus on diversity for moving humanity forward for the entire planet, not just one small microcosm of the planet. You know, future generations of this world are interested more in future generations of this world are interested in more than just football. Science, medicine, computer world, acting, whatever the case may be. There's so many things out there that need more brain power and need more help than football. I forgot this last video. Special love and respect to Stephanie Wood. She was my latest subscriber. And God Flow Good. Love you guys. Keep coming back. I got more videos coming for you. Love you guys.